Welcome to the Mentors on Mic interview by 𝗲𝗡𝗖𝗎𝗧. This is 𝗤𝗓𝗪𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗓, a Ripple virtual assistant, and I will be the host for today's interview. In this interview, we will have our very own virtual assistant as we talk about the foundation that makes 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧 the company and the family it is today. None other than the heartbeat of the company, our mentorship program. Today, we are graced with the presence of our virtual assistant and new Ripple mentor, Miss Patricia Louisse Garcia. Hello, Miss Pat. Welcome to the Mentors on Mic interviews, and say hi to our audience.
Hi, 𝗤𝗓𝗪𝗡, and hi to everyone who's tuning in. And I hope you're having a great shift, a great day. And yeah, let's start.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Pat, for being here with us for this Mentors on Mic interview. And yeah, so let's start this Mentors on Mic interview. Of course, the 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧 family is very well aware and acquainted with all our virtual assistants. And as an agency, as we continue to work together, bond together, and go together, it's time for us also to introduce our virtual assistants to the world out there. So let's start by introducing yourself. Let us know your name, your affiliation with 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧, how long have you been with the company, and other personal information that you might want to share with our audience.
So, hi again. My name is Patricia Louisse Garcia. You can call me Pat. I'm actually from Dipolog City, and I'm a licensed mathematics teacher. And for the past year, I've been juggling my time teaching at the university during the day and working as a VA at night. So it was a very tough year. That's why I decided to focus on one job, and I chose working here in Ripple. And I actually started my virtual assistance journey here at Ripple. So technically, I'm both 11 months in the VA industry and as well as a VA in Ripple. And I'm forever thankful for Ripple because most of my skills that I currently have, to mention a few, like creating websites, SOPs, project management, landing pages, and many more, I learned it all while working with my clients here in the company. That's why I'm forever thankful for Ripple for allowing me to upskill. And also to mention a few hobbies of mine, I love reading books, singing, and playing guitar. And I think that pretty much sums it up.
Wow, so Miss Pat over here is actually a licensed mathematics teacher and of course a full-time virtual assistant of 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧. And I personally agree with what you said, Miss Pat, na 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧 is of course a platform for upskilling. It's really a great opportunity for us virtual assistants to know more, for us to gain more knowledge, be equipped with more skills, and of course expand our horizon. So truly 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧 is a good company. So of course, since we're here for the Mentors on Mic interview, it's of course very important for us to talk about the mentorship program of 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧. So as a mentor yourself, what is Ripple's mentorship program for you?
For me, mentorship has been my peace and comfort, and in just a span of 11 months, I could truly say that I've seen another version of me, and not for the worse, but a better one. And mentorship helped me to create a personal and intimate relationship with God, and it has been my peace in a sense that when I attend mentorships, it makes me clear up my mind from other things that are bothering me, and especially when I encounter problems. So I just focus on the message and what my mentor is advising us. And it has been my comfort in times that I need some advices on what I'm going through. And the messages just really hit through me. So that's why I really love mentorship.
Well, of course, I agree with what you said, Miss Pat. And for all those who might not know what Ripple's mentorship program is, it's actually a very lovely opportunity. It's a very lovely component of our company of 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧. And for Miss Pat, mentorship program of 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧 gives her comfort and peace. It clears up her mind. And of course, just like all of us in the virtual assistant field of 𝗲𝗡𝗪𝗡𝗧, all of us are actually metamorphosed or transformed into better versions of ourselves because we are able to build personal and a more intimate relationship with God. And that's the goal. That's the whole point of this Ripples mentorship program. So really, it's very nice to hear that from you, Miss Pat. And let's get this going. So can you share with us how Ripple VAs helped you through the mentorship aspect of the company? Any words you can share to our audience?
I myself grew up in a Christian family, and I can say that mentorship really amplified my faith and belief in God. And mentorship allowed me to experience spiritual breakthroughs and even helped me in correcting my religious mindset in the past. So, Ripple helped me find my purpose and stopped me from the hustle type of work that at some point in my life I thought that I'll be forever in that vicious cycle of eat, work, sleep, or maybe insert gala sometimes. But Ripple was there to tell me that no, this isn't what you are meant for or only meant for, and that God has given us mandates and that we should focus on that, and that we should not focus ourselves in achieving earthly success, but instead realign ourselves to God and His kingdom.
Truly, Ripple VAs, of course, through its mentorship program, it allowed us, not just Miss Pat, but all of our virtual assistants to find purpose. And I really love what you said earlier, Miss Pat. You said that Ripple VAs actually help you escape from the vicious cycle of, the hustle type of work wherein you only work, sleep, eat, and really, through Ripple VAs, I actually also agree with that. We can actually insert more, we can actually do more, and that's something that more also includes, connecting with God, communicating with God, like sharing your personal life with God, and achieve spiritual breakthrough in the process. And of course, I really love what you said. God has mandates for us, and of course, that includes realigning our beliefs, realigning our life as to what God really wants for us. So that's very lovely. And can you care to share as to why you chose to be a mentor and stepped up to be part of the company's mentorship program? I heard from our chief mission officer that you just became a new mentor recently. So what made you choose that path, Miss Pat?
Honestly, it really wasn't an easy decision to make. I knew the consequences of stepping up and becoming part of the gospel movers. People will ridicule you, your passion for the gospel, and your faith in Him. People will really question you, but I knew that it was my time to do God's purpose for me. Just listening to my mentors and how passionate they were in sharing to us what the gospel is. And I thought to myself self that this is what I've been praying for and searching for my whole life, a purpose, a greater purpose. To be frank, even if I'm a licensed teacher, I didn't really think, or it didn't hit me, that this is my only purpose in life. I couldn't imagine myself teaching until of old age, just like my high school teacher. So sometimes I just think, what else is my purpose? So now I imagine it as a purpose for me also, that God answered my prayer and question. So this is what I've always felt, that there is something greater for me, and not just become a teacher my whole life or maybe choose another profession. So yeah, it gave me a purpose, and that's why I continued and really went under the training and successfully become a mentor now.
Wow. Actually, we have a lot of virtual assistants at Triple VAs, and we have to admit it's not really easy. It's not an easy decision to make to really step up and be a mentor. Just like what you said, there's a lot of challenges alongside that decision. Being a gospel mover, it's not an easy task to do, and we have a lot of trainings to do. We have a lot of mentorship sessions to take, and really, it's a hard decision to really undertake. But you know, Miss Pat, since you've decided to become a new mentor of Triple BAs, I'm sure Miss Stella, Miss Jazz, Miss Sai, and the rest of the Triple BAs family, I'm sure they're all proud of you. And of course, as part of this family, I'm also proud of your decision to be a new mentor. We're actually strengthening the company, not just in this aspect, in this field of virtual assistants, but we're also strengthening the company spiritually. So thank you so much for being part, for actually contributing to this mission of the company. So, of course, now that you've decided to be a mentor, how do you feel about being able to influence other people and help them achieve spiritual breakthrough? This includes your mentees and the people around you, whether it be in the company or outside work.
Of course, human as I am, I feel happy and proud for myself for overcoming what I once feared to do and didn't even have the thought of doing. And especially when my mentees have spiritual breakthroughs, I really rejoice with them and I really feel happy for them too. But at the end of the day, being a mentor is really not about me, but about God. And I didn't become a mentor to please others or to be recognized by anything. Even when I share to my mentees, it's nothing about me because all the wisdom that I have today is all from Him and nothing from me. So I am merely a vessel that spreads good news to others, and being a mentor is all for His glory and nothing of mine.
Wow, that's an amazing insight from you, Miss Pat. So I'm sure if Miss Jazz would be tuning in right now, I'm sure she would be very proud of what you have shared just recently or just now. So yeah, Miss Pat, I really agree with you, and I really see the joy. I mean, the rejoice that you mentioned earlier that you feel every time your mentees achieve spiritual breakthroughs. I'm sure our mentors in the Ripple VA's family also feel that way when they, see their mentors growing spiritually. And of course, being part of the Ripple's mentorship program, you can actually be the vessel that spreads the word, the good news to the people here in the world. And of course, by being a Ripple mentor, that's the first step to do that. And really, if there's one thing that's very enriching right now that I learned from you, Miss Pat, is that being a mentor is not really about it's not really about you. It's actually it's about talking about God. It's about God and His Word. So that's really wonderful, Miss Pat. So of course, that's something that our virtual assistants and our friends out there could learn. So yeah, and of course, as a new Ripple VA's mentor, Miss Pat, what can you share to our fellow virtual assistants like me who are still hesitating to be a mentor or who still have the app? As a new mentor of Ripple VA's, Miss Pat, what can you share to our fellow virtual assistants like me who are still hesitating to be part of the mentorship program or the gospel movement?
All I can say is just do it. You don't have to be afraid because I tell you, you will never go the wrong path when you follow God. It's like an automatic right path that you go through. Following Him and following His mandates will never lead you to a wrong path, and He never intends you to go the wrong path. Just do it. Just do it.
Lovely advice. So, to all virtual assistants out there, to all fellow VAs out there in Ripple VAs, Miss Patricia said, just do it. I mean, she's right. Actually, you can never go wrong with following God. So I hope this would be the last straw or the last ingredient you need for you to decide really to become a mentor of Ripple VA. So thank you so much, Miss Pat, for your words of encouragement to our Ripple assistants and to our Ripple friends and non-Ripple friends as well. And yeah, so way to wrap things up for this Mentors on Mic interview. This is actually the third interview. So as a way to wrap this up, I have one final question for you. In one word, how can you describe or how would you describe the mentorship aspect of Ripple VAs?
In one word, it would be astonishing. It will really surprise you and amaze you of who you will become in the future and how you can impact lives through sharing the word of God.
Wow, so Miss Pat's word is astonishing. So, for all virtual assistants and for those who are aspiring to be virtual assistants, you should try to be part of Triple VAs. And for those who are already part of the company, please feel free to explore more about the mentorship program of Triple VAs because it's the ingredient that makes Triple VAs the company and family it is today. And just like what Miss Pat said, our Ripple's mentorship program is astonishing. It will surprise you not just in the superficial aspect, but really in the deep spiritual aspect. So, yeah, thank you so much, Miss Pat, for sharing your words, for being part of this Mentors on Mic interview. This has been a really wonderful conversation to have with you as a new mentor. It really enlightens me, and of course, I'm sure our listeners are also enlightened about what you have mentioned for today's interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Patricia Louisse Garcia, a proud virtual assistant of Triple VAs and a personal witness to how amazing the mentorship program of Triple VAs is. So, once again, I am 𝗤𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗧𝗪𝗏, and this has been Mentors on Mic. Till the next interview.